Um, why you ask? Have we been hit with this onslaught of thoughts and prayers? Well, starting last week, um, there was a shooting in Buffalo, New York. A racist white man decided to go to the blackest area that he could think of and start shooting people. That's his whole. That was his plan. That was what he wanted to do. Um, he was successful. He murdered 11 people, 10 black people. Um, a lot has been said about this individual. I don't know what else to say. Racist, evil, white motherfucker shot a bunch of innocent people.
A lot has been said about this motherfucker, but one thing that hasn't been said is rest in peace, because this nigga is, well, this bitch is still alive.
Still alive, still kicking. He was gently arrested. Um, he's been cooperative ever since. They took him to. I don't know where they took the motherfucker. They to the last one, the Burger King. Maybe they gave him Applebee's. I don't know. They're not going to tell you where they took him after that because the last time they got in trouble for it. So no, we're gonna leave this TGI Fridays between me and you. Don't tell your mama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So whatever the fuck they do, I don't know. I don't care. You're not gonna solve it. You're not gonna address it. You're not gonna try to impact it. Um, and that's just shootings in general, not just shootings of black people. So I'm gonna offer throughout the discussion of these events, I'm gonna offer my real life solutions. I think to address these problems. Um, for the one that happened in Buffalo, New York, I think that security personnel, officers, I think it should be a standard procedure for them to carry some type of um, armor piercing ammunition.
Armor piercing?
Yeah, these motherfuckers are the common theme you'll find throughout these incidents we're talking about, these mass shootings. Motherfuckers was wearing body armor and they were accosted by security or law enforcement in the onset of their attack. And both times was to no avail because the shit they shooting ain't the shit that these other motherfuckers are shooting. When the assailant has better fucking weaponry than the the officials, the officers, it's fucked up. But I mean, hey, why is that not a thing? Why do they not have armor piercing bullets? These things exist. Armor exists. Why would they not carry? What would be the argument against them carrying that also?
Because it's a 1 in a million chance of that shit being necessary, but there's a higher likelihood of that shit going to the wrong motherfucking place.
Wait, so you don't think they have armor piercing rounds and the police have armor piercing rounds? They
No,
have them.
I do believe the police do, but I don't think that the motherfucking security guard at Jewel need to have that shit.
Okay, so maybe not the security guard at Jules. Maybe that's just a bridge too far. But say the police, should they have them? Officers,
Mm,
patrolmen.
yeah, there's certain. All right, are we going to speak about my idea of what type of fucking gun, what fucking arms the police should have? Because I don't think they should have guns.
Ooh,
They have already been proven irresponsible with these motherfuckers. I think
ooh.
I think there needs to be a select unit that has guns. Let these motherfuckers walk around with a baton.
I mean, we live in America though, fam.
We live in America.
We
Yeah,
got
and
like
that's
we
why
got
they shouldn't.
what's the
Because
number
we
of
live in
guns? What's the
America.
number of guns per person in this motherfucker?
There's a gun for every two people in this country.
It's like no, it's like 4 or 5 guns for every person in this country or some shit like that.
No, I think it's about one gun for every two people in this country. Now, this includes children, babies, and people who don't want guns. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I think if you include children and babies, I think it's still more guns than people. I think I either read or heard something earlier today. They said that gun manufacturers have tripled the number of guns they make since 2000. Since 2000, they have tripled the number of guns they make. I don't know what the sale of ammunition has done, but I mean, if you've been paying attention out here, ammunition is through the roof. Has been shortages. Motherfuckers have been stockpiling, buying shit in bulk. Um, so I think that's a non-starter. Just saying to disarm the police. I mean, there's no fucking possible way that shit will work in America. But what's the? I don't understand the argument against the armor-piercing bullets. Why are they somehow worse than just regular bullets?
I don't think the police should have regular bullets. So no, they shouldn't have armor piercing bullets.
But they got regular bullets.
All right,
So
well,
we live in a world they got regular bullets. I mean, they're gonna have regular bullets tomorrow. So tomorrow also armor piercings until we get like the rest of the guns out of people's hands, and then we had the police turn theirs over. But
nah,
until then,
I feel all right. If the police, if they're gonna have fucking bullets, then yeah, give them armor piercing. But I don't think the police should have fucking guns. So I can't say without just give them armor piercing bullets. No, don't even give them regular bullets.
mm, I mean, I feel you. I feel you. Definitely, it could. An idyllic situation would be what they're doing, like Paris. I think it's Paris or is it
And
London or Paris,
it's
where they
London.
don't the cops don't carry guns there.
No, no, and the solution ain't more gun training for police. It's just better police officers, better people for police. But unless we can disarm the police, then yeah, go ahead, give them the armor piercing rounds. Fuck it.
You
If they
say
gonna
what?
have bullets, I say if they have to have bullets, then yes, give them the armor piercing rounds.
London police got guns now. That was like in the 80s and the 90s. The
Oh,
motherfuckers got
okay,
guns.
okay.
I think we headed
Yeah.
to
What
fucking
do you think?
I think we headed to a place in time where the fuck I'm with this nigga where the police gonna be disarmed and it's gonna be locked in the car. They gonna have to report exactly why they unlocking that motherfucker. But
Mm.
what they're gonna walk around with is just tasers and non-lethal weaponry. And they're gonna have to deal with it in that regard. What the fuck show was that?
Um, um, um,
Rain and Squids?
Demolition Man.
No, it's brand new.
It happened in
Uh,
Demolition Man though.
well, they had the guns
No
locked up.
no gun stuff.
No, they had no guns, period. These
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers had their guns, their weapons locked inside of the car. And they had to radio to the station and tell why they needed the gun before
That's
it
a,
was unlocked.
I ain't never seen that movie.
Yeah, I ain't saying that one either.
It's not a movie. It's fucking the TV. Y'all both saw it because we just goddamn talked about it. Luke Gossett Jr. almost making it ungay, and then they gave him up. Luke Gossett Jr. was our last ungay black man, and they gave him up in that shit.
You talking about that underground shit, but not underground? It's that shit on like CW or some shit.
No, hell no. This shit was on
Oh
HBO,
no,
nigga. Watchmen,
HBO.
the TV show.
What? Oh, the
Watchmen,
Watchmen.
the
Okay.
TV show.
All right. All right.
Their guns were locked inside of the car. They were locked inside of the car at the hilt. And they had to radio into the station and tell a panda bear why the fuck they wanted their guns.
How'd
I
that
mean,
shit
it got
work
a
out
lot
for
of
them?
them killed, but I think it was
Oh, okay.
a great idea in ethic.
Hey,
Maybe not efficacy, but ethic. It was great.
if we weren't in the climate that we were in this country, man, I'll be right there with you with it. But I don't think you can take the guns away from police, not when everybody else got a shit ton of guns.
I don't think that's necessarily true. Again, shit. Start arming these motherfuckers with non-lethal weapons. Like, you don't have to kill a motherfucker to get him to stop shooting at you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
Anything you can hit with him that could kill him, you can hit him with something non-lethal. That will get him to stop. If you can hit him with a projectile, because that's basically what's fucking happening.
If you can shoot him in the face
with a projectile. If you can hit him with a projectile, you can hit him with a non-lethal projectile. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, hey, look, rubber bullets, cool, but when these motherfuckers is wearing body armor, you really want your cops out there with rubber bullets?
That's not that outlier.
But I'm talking. But this is the thing though.
I'm answering. The outlier is so far few between. No.
But
yes, I want them still with rubber bullets.
We are talking about fine. But the conversation was talking about the mass shooting situation and how to address that. That's what those were the topics, situations that I was addressing and giving answers to about how to address those things, about how to address motherfuckers just walking into places and just shooting a shit ton of people in one go.
You're never gonna be able to address idiocy. You're never going to be able to address that. They'll just
you can address it. You might never ever be able to stop it, but you can address it. You can mitigate the damage. You can take some kind of major measures to not make these things as catastrophic as they are. You can't tell me that there's nothing you could do. If that shoe was on the shelf, you should have one, man.
I think there's nothing you can do to stop a nut from doing this damage. You can stop him from shooting up a tops, but he's going to go kill 10 black people, is all I'm saying. So if you want to just say, how do I stop shooting people instead of killing them another way, this type of lunacy will find a way. So these mass shootings, it's an outlier. It's a different topic to engage because these people.
But that's the topic we was engaging though.
I'm telling you, these people will find a way. And
find a way. Find a way. I don't know if
But to address it as a gun issue I believe, is wrong.
How could you not? I'm sorry. How could you not?
How am I addressing it?
They use a gun to kill people.
Huh?
It's a gun issue. They're killing people with guns.
Because they will find another way.
Yeah, but they won't be. You kill 50 motherfuckers with a bow and arrow. I mean, could that motherfucker have done that shit in Las Vegas from the casino window if he had a bow and arrow? You tell me what slingshot is causing that damage. That motherfucker killed a lot of people. Huh?
You know what he would have done though?
What would he have done?
Poisoned a vat at Lollapalooza.
I bet. All right, this motherfucker's the Joker now. He's the Penguin. He the poison. Come on, get the fuck out of here with all the extra shit.
What?
Yes.
A lot of mass poisoning, Jacques. These ain't Jokers.
The government, Flint. Yeah, okay, cool. You want to go there? All right, bet. Yeah, Flint. Who the fuck is?
No, Jacques. Not just Flint.
All right. What do you? I don't know what you're talking about. You got to let me know what you're talking about.
Google it.
But the guy that got
mass poisonings.
Yes, Google it.
The guy that shot up the school. The only reason why more kids weren't killed was because a cop ended up killing him. Eventually. They couldn't stop him when he was outside of the school. And he went and stormed in school and killed all those kids.
I'm just saying.
And there was a cop that came in. I understand what you're saying, that it's lunatic. Like he was turned 18 and he was able to buy two guns. And then on top of that, he could have killed more kids had he not been stopped. Had he not been killed, he could have killed more kids and teachers.
Look, man. I try to find mass poisonings. All I'm gonna get in this Jonestown shit. I'm gonna need you to tell me how the fuck where the fuck are you getting this shit from?
There was this lady in 1988. In 1988 in Illinois, actually, I think it was in Winnetka. She poisoned she was a babysitter. She poisoned some of the kids and families that she babysat.
Over years. People will poison people over years.
Fam, that's not a mat.
But then she
she
also went and like shot up a lot of people. But it ended up being around 4 people. But it was like one of the first quote unquote like mass shootings, I guess, in a sense, in 1988. And when that
Hey, but her mass shooting was a lot more efficient than her slow poisoning.
Like a motherfucker. I mean, you could look at how many people die from mass poisonings in the United States every year, and then look at how many people die from mass shootings in the U.S. every year.
And then
And I
also we have to talk
guarantee
about
you,
the
the
issue.
mass shooting number is going to be larger than the mass poisoning number.
And you have to talk about the issue at hand.
So,
we have kids.
I mean,
Right.
just off top.
Well,
What?
Dion.
Just a cursory Google, nigga. It's a
Okay, so
Wikipedia page dedicated to this shit, but all you can find
Okay.
is Jonestown.
well,
Yes.
both Dion and Jock both have kids who are elementary age school kids, and
Hey, we weren't even on the elementary school one yet. We was just talking about being black in America and going to a grocery
Oh,
store and being
I'm sorry.
and getting shot.
Okay.
Hey, look. No. You definitely on the right shit. But we ain't even got there yet, and these motherfuckers is talking about take the guns out the police hands.
It just
And,
shouldn't be the
fuck it.
norm at this point. It shouldn't be the norm.
And
It's
now we catch this
becoming
motherfucker arguing mass poisoning is the bigger problem. Fuck the shootings. It's the poisonings. Like what?
No one's arguing that. And this is recorded. And people can see that.
Okay. All right.
No. He's not arguing that they're a bigger problem. He's arguing that they are a viable alternative to mass shootings.
Okay. A valuable alternative. And they're not. They're just not. It don't make no. It don't make no fucking sense.
I'm saying,
Hey, look,
you're not shooting 12 people in the grocery store with a musket.
You're not. You're not. You're not shooting two people in the grocery store with a musket.
I do agree that you can't stop crazy. That crazy will find a way to do damage.
But there has to be a goal.
ended up stopping them,
But I'm not saying you can stop it. What I'm saying is you can mitigate the damage that these things have. You can do something to lessen the impact of them. It's not just sit there like fuck it, just take it.
What is the impact of losing 10 people? How you can lessen because they didn't die suddenly?
What you mean? What's the impact?
How are you lessening the impact of losing 10 people? Because they didn't die
being 2 instead of 10. No, being 1 instead of 10. It being none instead of 10.
Y'all see, y'all changing the circumstances. I'm talking about.
I'm trying to mitigate. I'm trying to mitigate it. Yes, because I think it's astronomically more difficult to kill 10 people by poisoning them than it is to kill 10 people by walking to a grocery store and just shooting motherfuckers. If it was just that easy, motherfuckers would be poisoning people all the time. And hey, look, read me some of these Wikipedia poisoning stories. I don't know any of the motherfuckers.
Low-hanging fruit. You remove the low-hanging fruit, they're gonna climb the tree. It's all I'm saying.
Climb the tree and then hey, look, cross that bridge when you get to it, because it's not going to make your problem worse.
There's no solution at all. Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I'm saying.
There's nothing that can be changed.
Addressing it as a gun issue.
Okay, how should it be addressed? As
a mental illness issue.
Okay, so that's what we're trying to get to. What do you feel is the solution? He discussed what he felt was the solution to these mass shootings. What do you feel is the solution to these mass shootings?
We will have to work that out. But I know.
So you said it's a mental health issue.
Yes, and putting armor-piercing rounds in cops' hands.
Okay, so mental health. You saying in the sense of there need to be more mental health institutions around, or people should be checked out more?
First, I don't know if we had this discussion on here, but people need to stop reining in Facebook. Excuse me. They need to allow these people to speak their mind, so you can actually see what these motherfuckers are thinking about first. That's one thing. With this censorship Facebook is doing, it doesn't allow for a lot of people to even expose themselves in this regard. Because if you say, I'm finna go shoot up people, you get blocked and they remove the post and never hit your page. Yes, sir.
Okay. I get that in theory, and the logic sounds it's sound. However, in practicality and the application of these things, I mean, that see something, say something mantra that we all are accustomed to and hear and think do a lot of shit. Okay, yeah, it sounds that way, But look at the two of the three individuals that perpetrated the mass shootings over the past 2 weeks. The first one was already identified and on the FBI's radar. He had already been sent for mental health evaluations. Why did the phone just flip?
So, God don't want to hear that shit. Hey, this is what it is, people. Ted Kaczynski, the fucking Twin Towers, the guns ain't the problem. Mental illness is the problem. People will find a way. You mitigate the guns, yes, you will stop it from being a social issue. I agree. You won't stop the pillaging. You won't stop the plundering. Boston bombing will happen.
Okay, I don't know where I was.
I don't know either. I was just picking it up because you dropped out.
I know. I wasn't watching this motherfucking thing, and the damn battery died on me. Yeah.
Hey, that's what happened to me.
I know where I was at. Okay, so the one that perpetrated the Buffalo shooting, I'm not saying any of these motherfuckers' names. Fuck these assholes. But he was already on the FBI's watch on the radar. He had already been sent for mental health evaluations. When he had,
he should have been disarmed.
So he shouldn't have even had the motherfucking gun. But to say that, well, if we would allow the motherfuckers to, if the censorship thing wasn't out, he would have been able to post. He was posting, and the authorities were made aware. And the same thing with the individual that shot up the school just recently, yesterday, in Texas, in Uvendale, Texas. He was already known to be a problem, and
along
he shouldn't.
With Dylan Roof, along with all these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So we see a common thread here. Ain't the gun?
Man, Joe, what I'm saying is the amount of damage that a person can do with the gun is the problem. And that's what we need to start to try to mitigate. I'm not even an advocate for taking guns out of people's hands necessarily, because I think that a motherfucker that want a gun will always be able to get a gun because the guns exist. And if we're not going to get rid of all of them in one foul swoop, then you can't get rid of any of them. But what you can do is put in measures that mitigate the damage. And I think that is a good measure to mitigate the damage if you give these motherfuckers armor-piercing bullets. If the individual that the security guard that lost his life in the Buffalo shooting, if he'd have had armor-piercing bullets, he would have stopped that before that asshole killed all those people. He wouldn't have been able to kill all the people that he had that guy had the armor-piercing bullets. The same thing with the individual that shot up the school in Texas yesterday. He had a whole shootout with police before he went in the school. And if they had been equipped with suitable artillery, they may have been able to stop him from going into the school by shooting him and not having the bullets just bounce off his fucking chest and whatever. But they didn't. So they weren't able to stop him from getting in there. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
I'm just trying to offer solutions. I don't think what I'm saying is going to exacerbate any existing condition. I don't think the police is going to shoot more people because they got armor-piercing bullets now.
I don't think they're going to shoot more people, but did you not see the off-duty cop 2 weeks ago walk into the grocery store and shoot a bunch of motherfuckers?
Yeah. You can't.
He would have been doing it with armor-piercing rounds.
But who was wearing armor? What difference would it have made? He wasn't shooting motherfuckers with body armor. So what would be the difference? Again, what would be?
He would have got Froggy. I don't know.
He would have got what?
I said maybe he would have got Froggy. I don't believe in. I don't believe in addition. I don't believe in addition subtraction.
It's not addition subtraction. It's equipping motherfuckers who are charged with defending with shit that is capable of defending.
What does equip mean?
Equip, arm.
What does arm mean?
Motherfucker.
You giving them shit.
Oh my God. Yeah, but you're reducing it to some bullshit that it is.
No, I'm not. I don't believe in addition to make subtraction. I believe in reductive reasoning. I believe in taking things away.
And what are you going to take away? Because you're not
Let's
taking
have
away
that
shit.
discussion offhand. I don't know offhand.
I know, and you
Guns,
believe in
maybe.
reduction, but your whole stance of this was mental health services need to be increased. And while that's true, I don't think all these motherfuckers is really crazy. I don't think the past 3 motherfuckers, I don't think crazy. I think they hateful. I think they evil, but I don't think that's crazy. I don't think you can counsel evil out of a motherfucker. They just evil.
But crazy is just a loose term to dismiss motherfuckers. They may have had calculated effort to do something heinous that still should be addressed as a mental issue. So calling them crazy, no, but they have mental issues.
So you're saying that the desire to harm someone in itself is a mental
It's
issue.
not a norm. It's not a norm.
Mm-hmm.
That's not normal.
Okay.
And especially when it's directed at a particular group of people. That's not
What
normal.
do you think? But what do you think addressing mental health issues is going to do for that? What do you think? Like, do you think that could be counseled out of them or something? I don't know. I'm asking.
I think it could be mitigated. I think it could be addressed to an extent that no, he'll see. I don't want to say good. Yes, I think it can be stopped through counseling. Yes.
Yeah, I know that's what you were saying.
Yes.
I just disagree. But okay, so moving on. To the second in the cluster of shootings that happened this week. I don't know if he was actually Taiwanese or not, but an Asian man walked into an Asian church and started shooting Asian people and a bunch of elderly Asian people. And they saw this motherfucker shooting. They subdued him and they hog-tied his ass and waited for the police to get there. And they got there. And caught and arrested the guy or whatever. Yeah. You might be able to say that one was crazy, but I think that he was racist against, I think, Uyghurs or some shit. Like, motherfuckers got weird ass alliances and
That's fucking mental
bigotry,
issue, bro.
bigotry.
It's a mental deficiency.
Maybe. I don't know. And then fast forward to yesterday. We was gonna go to that one yesterday. It's like a motherfucker. It's a bunch of them. But this individual went into an elementary school in was it Uvendale?
Yeah, I think you've been there.
Yeah, Texas, and just started shooting motherfuckers. He initially started by driving his car into the building, and like I said, get into that shootout with the police that were there, another security officer, and then entered the school and proceeded to murder. I think the count is now at 21 people. I think it's 19 kids and two staff members at this point. Yeah, but that happened at a school, and this individual just went in, and again, I can't describe it as anything but hate. I'm not giving the excuse or the caveat of mental illness. I don't give a fuck how crazy. I mean, yeah, you're not the norm, but by no means do I think you should be able to get through it, get up there and claim insanity. I think you should get the full weight of the punishment that is coming your way. I don't think that you were otherwise impaired, and that's what that excuse of the mental health issues and things like that give. Claim mental health when you strung out on some dope or some shit like that. You can't just murder 20 odd people and then say mental health. But my issue with that one, those prayers and thoughts, there's things to do here short of taking guns out of people's hands. You can equip the school with some defensive countermeasures to mitigate said damage from things. I think that there should be a bill put up immediately or an executive order written immediately that puts bulletproof doors in every classroom. Why is that not a thing? When COVID came around, there was an initiative to put air purifiers in every single classroom because of the virus that makes you cough, and it killed 1 million people. But fuck it, fuck the
Uh,
schools. Don't put nothing in them. I mean, these actual threats of motherfuckers coming in and shooting them, not enough to change anything. Fuck it.
all right. Devil's advocate here. All right. So is that not like an overreach? Is that not like burning every tree because you got caught by some poison ivy and you can't tell them apart?
I don't think it's like burning every tree by replacing a door with a better door.
Under the rare chance of something happening?
I don't think it's that rare, fam. We've had 27 mass shootings in here this year so far.
How many of them in schools?
27 school
In,
shootings.
in schools?
Yes. No, we've had more than 27. My bad. I think I did say mass shootings. We've had way more than 27 mass shootings this year. We've had 27 school shootings this year.
All right. And how many would bulletproof doors have saved?
They don't have bulletproof doors. A lot of them, shit. What you think about it? Think about it. Some schools run active shooter drills,
Mm-hmm.
and in an active shooter drill, you want to identify the danger and get away from danger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now in an active shooter, the motherfucker walking down the hallway plugging people off. We run into classrooms and close the doors that are now bulletproof. Now he can't get in. Now we just wait for the authorities to get here and get this motherfucker up out. But it's not a shit ton of kids running scared, scattering in the halls. And this motherfucker can just walk into the lunchroom that's not locked, or that is locked, but it's a bullshit ass door. So I can just blow this motherfucker off and just go in. But these bulletproof doors, you can't do that. So now those kids behind that door aren't in that danger.
All right. Again, only playing devil's advocate. How many active school shooters schedule appointments?
What do you mean schedule appointments?
Like let you know that, hey, I'm gonna come up there in about 10 minutes and I'm gonna start shooting. So
absolutely,
close those doors.
Absolutely none of them. But let me ask you this: where have I deviated from the point that you cannot stop these things from happening? But what you can do is provide measures and actions to mitigate damage. You hiding under a table when the tornado was coming, or in a door jam when the tornado was coming, isn't going to stop the tornado, but it may possibly stop the fucking dining room table from falling on top of you, or whatever the fuck reason that you stand in front of doorways, in front of things. So shit don't fall on you and you make yourself more safe than if you didn't do anything.
All right, let's be
absolute. You do something.
Let's
be absolute. The seatbelt doesn't stop the car accident. It helps to prevent some of the damage from the car accident if you were to get into it.
A tornado is different than someone trying to kill as many people as he can.
There's a horn that goes off to let you know that the tornado is coming.
And fuck that. Even if you don't hear that horn, those safety measures, that's not a living, breathing, thinking thing that's going to adapt to the measures you put in place.
Let them adapt, and then you adapt after they adapt. That's life. You solve a problem,
and all these people are still gonna be dying. So you're just gonna start a rotation of adapting.
No, I think my way less people die.
No. There was recently a video of some students who were barricaded, locked down in their classroom, and student had their cell phone, and the shooter was outside the door, and he was trying to say he said, "Oh, it's clear, you guys can come out," and they were like didn't trust him. He couldn't get in. They were barricaded. They couldn't get in for whatever reason. I don't know what type of door they had, but the shooter couldn't get into the classroom, and they didn't trust the guy. And so they were like, I don't think that's a teacher. I think that's the shooter. And he said something that kind of triggered it, and it was like, yes, he is the shooter. And they jumped out of the window. They were on the first floor, but they jumped out of the window, and they were able to go to a different place to get safety. But had he been able to come into that classroom, he would have shot all those kids. But he wasn't able to come into those classrooms because the door was either a security door or barricaded where they couldn't get, or locked or something that he couldn't get in. So it saved those children's lives.
So how long before he just pretends and be in there with them? And now he's just got a barrel.
And now he's okay. You can't stop that. If he pretends and then he's in there, yeah, you can't stop him from killing everybody. But you can stop the potentiality from a motherfucker that can kill 100 people. Now he just got access to kill 10. He has to kill 15.
A different 10.
No, he can't. You killed them 10. You think you get another 10 coming somewhere down the line later? No, you're getting arrested after this shit. You're not leaving in here to go kill another motherfucking 10 people. No, we got you, fam. What the fuck you talking about?
I'm talking about how he killed the 10 this time. He's gonna find a different way to kill a different 10.
No, he shot after he kills those. How many mass shooters do you think just roaming around? It's like, I shot about 15 people. Nah, man, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm gonna go shoot another 15 people later. The motherfucker who did the bug. The motherfucker. Okay, you talking about a different person?
I'm talking about that one person, right? With your countermeasure, right? He's going to kill the same amount of people.
How?
Differently.
But what if he couldn't get into any other classroom?
Man, Joe.
What
he's postulating. What he postulating is this.
He's gonna go from that class.
Yeah, start inside a class. Right? The other classrooms got the doors too. It's not just put on one door. Every door should be this way. That way, when he starts shooting in that room, everybody, the active shooter protocol goes into place. So the minute you hit a fucking first shot,
so
now you all
10 people. No, locked in the room with him.
Man, Joe. All right, cool. I don't know how to keep talking to the same. You acting like you don't understand English, fam.
And then he couldn't go to other places because while he spent that time at that one door, trying to convince those children to open the door. At that time, it allowed enough time for all the other classrooms to make sure they were secured into their classes. So now he's in a hallway by himself. I'm sorry?
He's unfamiliar with the door.
Yeah.
What?
Once the door becomes commonplace, just like the
it was his high school. It was his high school.
Just like the metal detector. Once the metal detector became commonplace, they found new ways to get weapons in. It didn't stop.
But not guns. They're not getting guns in these motherfuckers. No, where? You tell me the gun. You tell me the guns that the high school they getting guns into. They got a metal detector.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
So your answer is there's no solution. Okay.
No. And
you don't know a solution.
You just said that. No.
Your answer was it's a mental health issue. However, you do not know how to attack the mental health issue. You don't know the way in which it should be solved. But it's mental health.
We definitely already said you can't stop crazy, but okay.
No, and no one is talking about
let
crazy.
It be as it is. It's mental health, and just hope that they don't come towards you.
That's recorded as well. No, you just repeated what I said, and that don't.
Yeah, you just said it's mental health issue. However, there's no.
Let it be what it is.
I'm sorry.
Let it be what it is. Attack it. The problem. The problem is it's guns.
The problem is mental health
issue.
The problem is large amounts of people dying. That's the problem. Large amounts of people are dying. Hey, look, all right, cool.
So you're for the You're for
The call,
Blacks
the
will
call,
have
the
all-
call, the cause of the problem is the motherfucker being crazy, but the actual problem is the people dying. If the motherfucker was just crazy and nobody died, it wouldn't be a problem now, would it?
No,
wait a minute.
yes, it would.
You said that people should be able to.
It's called a mental health issue.
People should be
It's
able
still
to,
an issue.
to express
It
themselves. On
wouldn't be a
social
problem
media
for society if you did nothing.
Yes, it should be.
It-
It's a
but it's
mental
not.
health issue.
But it's not.
So you
If
can
your
wax poetic all you want. Yes,
I'm
it's
not
still a
waxing
problem.
poetic. I'm waxing, man, Joe, trying to solve a problem that exists.
Well, you
Yes,
said
mental
that
health problems.
mental health and that people should be able to express themselves on social media and not have the restrictions. And that
So
way
we
they
can,
can
so
be
we can know who, so we
identified.
can know who the crazies are,
Yes.
and that'll stop them.
Because they did say these past couple of people have posted online that they
Yes,
were going to
and
shoot up
so-
places,
And so we
and
see
it was
what
not
we
taken
lack
down.
at.
I'm sorry.
We lack in our response to mental health. These people are identified, earmarked, and
So
still got away with these travesties. So we
people
see
with the-
where we lack at. It wasn't guns. These people will find another way. And to wax poetic like, oh, so that other way is cool. It isn't. It isn't. Any other way isn't cool. And you both know that they will find another way. And to act like a bomb,
Not-
a pipe
not-
bomb, ain't gonna kill a room full of kids just like a gun
Pipe,
will.
pipe,
It's
pipe bomb,
preposterous.
pipe bomb will, but a pipe bomb is exponentially more difficult than just loading the AR
No,
and going.
the fuck it
It's
isn't.
exponentially
It's
more.
too-
Yes, it is. It's way more different. It's way harder. Wait,
No, it
you finna tell me?
isn't.
You finna tell
No,
me
it isn't.
making a pipe bomb is just as easy as loading the gun?
Yes.
You finna sit here and say that? You crazy as hell, fam.
It is literally just 2 screws on a pipe and a bunch of match heads. Yes. It's very easy.
All right, cool.
It's literally 2 screws on a pipe full of fucking sparklers. It's very easy.
Two screws on a pipe and a bunch of sparklers. Bet.
Yes.
Bet.
And you got one of the most deadly things you've ever fucking seen.
Bet.
If you want to turn it into a mortar, take marbles to
Bet.
the outside of that motherfucker.
Bet.
But
And
do you
that's
under-
that's
okay,
and
do
that's
you
just
agree-
and that's just as easy as loading the gun. Fam.
Yes.
You got it.
And
Yeah.
way more accessible. You don't need no permits, no wait time.
Okay. All right. You got it.
Would you agree that
Yep.
if they had stricter gun laws, that it does help, even though it's not in your opinion, not a gun issue, but what they have, if they have stricter gun laws, which is a mental, where they do more mental checks.
Oh my love.
Hey,
These
look,
lawbreakers will
look.
not follow stricter laws.
No. All I'm gonna do is this. All I'm gonna do is this. I got it right here. Hold on. Let me go camera back real quick. Hello, can you hear me? You got me? You with me? All right, cool. So you're saying that the pipe bomb is easier than the gun. That's your stance. That's what I'm understanding you correctly, right?
Yes.
So what you're saying is, if you remove the gun, if I remove the more difficult thing for them to do, they're gonna just acquiesce and default to the easier thing, as opposed to just doing the easier thing when it exists already, and they're not doing that. But it's so fucking easy to do, but nobody's doing it because why? Why are they not just doing the thing that is the easiest to do, to kill scores of people? If their goal is to just kill scores of people with the least amount of work, why are they not just doing this? Or why isn't this a thing? Timothy McVeigh was out there. He blew up some shit with some homemade explosives, right? Right. So where are the Timothy McVeigh copycats? Because we got a shit ton of other motherfuckers that just follow suit and just say, hey, shoot up some shit. I'm going to do that because it's fucking easy. They're not saying I'm going to go blow some shit up because that shit ain't fucking easier. It's easier to get. That's why they do it. And for you to sit here and say, man, Joe, you take away their guns, they're going to go do some shit that's even more effective and easier to do. Where in life do motherfuckers do the shit that's least effective and more difficult as the default?
When one of them is more convenient. No, convenient does not mean easier. No, convenient does not mean more effective. It's a lot of things.
Man, Joe, you tried to just give me you literally just argued me down when I said give the police armor piercing bullets, and you tried to conflate that shit to mean what the fuck you was saying. But all right, cool, never
I didn't
mind.
conflate it to anything.
Never mind. You did.
To what?
You were saying ain't that when because you made a point and you said I don't believe that I don't believe in it, what you said was I don't believe in subtraction by addition.
Yes.
And you tried to conflate that to giving cops armor piercing bullets as the addition, and that being something that can take down the impact of mass shootings. You tried to equate that to addition by subtraction as metaphor that you was trying to use. But now I say now whatever the fuck it was. Okay, all right, my bad. I've been drinking a little bit. I ain't gonna get everything perfect. But now when I say, man, Joe, the bomb shit was the easier shit, and now you wanna Reddit police me when I'm talking about the easier shit.
No.
What was you doing there? What was you doing there?
Convenient.
Oh, right, convenient. That's what I mean. Easy. You want to Reddit me to death on convenient versus easy.
No, because you was making a preposterous analogy, sir. So I
and this shit don't sound equally as preposterous in your mind, telling me that you're trying to argue that there's a significant difference in the context in which we are using the words between convenience and easy.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Hey,
hold on. Let me explain to you. Since you want to fucking just have a
in the context that we were in which we were using them.
Talking about.
I'm trying to figure out how you gonna make convenient and easy not be the same. But okay.
Convenient is not having to know a recipe.
So it makes it what when you're doing it? The accomplishing your goal is easier to accomplish because it's less steps, it's less knowledge, it's less things I have to know. I don't have to find out anything about it, but I know how to load a gun. What are you saying there? Because you just said that. You just said that. You just said that. My bad. Okay, go ahead.
Convenient. I didn't say easy.
You said convenient is what?
What?
Convenient is what?
Convenient.
What does it mean? Describe it to me. And you know you can't use the word in the definition or the description of the word. So describe convenience to me.
Closer.
Closer is convenient?
Yes.
Okay, what if it's 5 blocks? If I walk, or if I can swim 5 blocks, or I can walk 10. It's closer. I could swim 5 blocks, or I could walk 10. Meaning I could just go across this fucking river, or I could walk around and down to the bridge and walk over and back, and that gives me 10 blocks of actual walking. But it's further. But if I just swam across, it's just a total of 5 blocks. So it's closer, so I should do that because it's convenient. But it's not convenient.
Yes, but it's not easy. It is convenient. But
how is it convenient to swim 5 blocks as opposed to walk 10? That's not convenient.
Because you're gonna get there faster.
You're not gonna get there faster. One, you're not. So you mean to tell me you can walk? You don't mean to tell me you're gonna swim?
Brother, why
you're gonna swim? You're gonna swim as fast as I walk? What?
We can end this right now. Why are they called convenience stores?
Because they're close and easily accessible.
Because they're closer than a fucking grocery store. That's it.
Man, Joe. Yeah, but if you had to walk through a fucking moat to get there, you're not gonna go to it. It's not really convenient.
Because they're closer.
Convenience isn't proximity. Convenience is not a function of proximity solely, as borne out by the example I gave you. So to think of them in solely terms of just to try to bend it to fit your bastardization of some shit to try to make yourself right in this context that we'll be using between easy, convenience synonymous with ease.
Difficult. Convenience stores make black people's lives more difficult. food deserts and not being able to get to grocery stores make black people's lives
Okay,
harder.
now you're getting into the colloquialism in which we describe things as convenience stores that just don't serve us, but that's not the okay.
That's literally what it
Hey look,
is.
hey look, hey look, hey look, hey look. Mr. Professional, if you could wake up, you could either chime in or run that pun because I don't know where the fuck we finna get with this conversation. I don't. Okay, all right, cool. Since you was asleep, he was saying that if you take away the guns from the crazy people, they're just going to
No, run
default
this
to do
pun. We
some.
can cut it off and
No,
have this
they,
discussion afterwards.
yeah, we can.
I'm
Yeah,
not
we
going
can.
back to. I'm not going back to the poisoning thing
Yeah,
We
no,
don't
I
give
wasn't
because
a
going back to
fuck
the
how
poisoning thing. Oh,
because my point is, I they will try to find a way to do just as much damage.
mhm.
However, there is a larger likelihood of them getting caught on step 4 of this 12-step process that they're going to need to have to kill as many people, or step 7 before they murder 12 people. There's going to be more steps involved, so there's a higher likelihood of them getting caught.
It's less steps. You asleep.
So stricter gun laws. That's what you're saying.
No, he's saying because pipe bombs are what in
Two ingredients.
comparison in
I'm not
comparison
giving
to
it
shooting up
again.
some
Oh,
I
he's
shit.
need
talking about the
somebody
pipe
need to
bomb. He said it's
fucking.
more steps to do the pipe bombs.
No, but no, he was saying that pipe bombs are either easier or more convenient than shooting up some shit.
I know
I
that's
ain't
what
say
They're
more
Dr.
not.
Doc was
convenient.
saying.
I
I'm talking
said
about asshole
easier.
professional. What was he saying first? The 4 steps, with like the 12 steps and 4 steps.
Like
What were you referring to?
like instead of, hey, I got a gun, I'm gonna shoot people. All right, if you gotta kill 12 motherfuckers and you can't use your gun, you're gonna have to figure out a whole nother way instead of this weapon this easy way of killing motherfuckers being damn near at every fucking corner. Well, not every fucking corner, like literally, but mad easy to get a gun.
So you saying there should not be no guns at all?
um there definitely needs to be more laws against motherfuckers getting guns. There should be a limit on the number of guns you getting. There should be a limit on how many bullets you can have. There should be limits on all that shit. Because none of these motherfuckers is John McClane. Ain't none of these niggas out here, and none of these crackers out here with these fucking 45 guns and 9,000 bullets for to sit here and fight a terrorist organization next Thursday.
Oh,
Well, I thought John
oh.
McClane did it. John McClane he did it with a 9.
I just solved gun
Actually,
laws.
first time he did it, he ain't have shit. He didn't even have his shoes. But go
I
ahead.
just solved gun laws. I just solved gun laws. No longer can fucking assemble them motherfuckers at the manufacturer. Point blank period. You can only buy them in pieces. You got to put it together yourself.
That's like the largest looming problem with guns right now.
What?
Ghost
No.
ghost guns.
Ghost
Yes.
guns. Yes.
Yes.
Buy them in pieces. Each piece got a serial number, everything attached to it. Nigga, ghost my ass. You know what a ghost gun is?
Untraceable gun.
No.
What?
You know why it's untraceable?
Because you print that motherfucker at your crib with a 3D printer, or they shipping you parts they made from a 3D printer and you just put them together.
No.
Okay, you tell me why.
A ghost gun exists far before 3D printers existed.
Okay, so explain it.
A ghost gun is simply bits and pieces from different serial numbered guns, like already registered as something else, different model, different make, different everything, and assembled into one gun.
Are you talking about like a Franken gun or 37
gun.
or
Yes.
37 different Glocks? Like we just took parts from
37
like
different Glocks, but it
Okay.
doesn't necessarily have to be 37 different Glocks. It could be a Franken gun. It could be 37 different Glocks. It's just pieced together. And usually it's only 3 pieces that a motherfucker care about: the barrel, the slide, and the motherfucking firing pin. That's it. That's all a ghost gun is. and that's far before 3D printing existed.
Okay, cool. Real quick,
Yes,
the thing you suggested,
yes.
how was that not right for motherfuckers? Just hey, yo, look, let me get your barrel. All right, let me get your firing pin. Hey, let me get your trigger pull. I mean, just switching the parts that they're getting from these manufacturers with all these different whatever you want to call them, but we just trading off parts now, and now we all just making Franken guns, and you make it
Then we're
easier.
not scared. That's why I said the people who want to do it gonna do it.
Oh, okay.
But everybody can't do it.
Hey,
I
look, but you
already
just said you solved gun laws, though, fam. That's what you said.
yeah, laws, nigga. I said laws, gun laws.
You
If we
didn't
ain't
solve.
get
You
rid
made
of
it.
these motherfuckers,
You made
the
it
people who want
worse.
to do the shit gonna do it. The people want to break the laws are going to break them, fam. We're not laws. Laws is what I'm talking about. The people want to break the laws are going to break them.
I don't disagree with that. Never
Oh
in
yeah.
this never
But
in this
that
conversation have I
answer you
disagreed
sounded
with
didn't
that.
sound like you agree with it.
I don't agree with shipping gun pieces as a solution to gun problems. Dion, wake up.
I'm woke, motherfucker.
All right, now we gotta check because you started dipping low, and then it'd be good night, big fella.
Sun's getting low.
So it's getting low.
No, I'm just saying. I don't get how less guns and
Kyle Rittenhouse, for instance. I don't
assemble
think
your
Kyle
own gun.
Rittenhouse would have went through what it would take to build a gun. Kyle Rittenhouse was a 17-year-old jagoff who got gifted a gun by a 30-year-old jagoff who was being monitored by a fucking 50-year-old jagoff. I don't think any of those people had the wherewithal or the gumption to put some shit together into its microscopic parts. I mean, having to go buy the whole entire eyeglass kit, oils,
I think
springs.
I look. I'll say this before I pass it back to Dion. I think you're vastly underestimating their enthusiasm for these particular items. They love guns, and you just described what most motherfuckers do as a hobby. Like I'm going to get an AR kit, and I'm gonna build my own fucking AR. I'm gonna get a piece from here. I'm gonna order this, order that. A lot of people do, and a lot of these motherfuckers that do this shit do. But anyway, I don't. Okay, all right, you got it. What you want to say, Professor?
All right, so this motherfucker is saying that. All right, so basically, just assemble your own guns. However, if there's no parts to be sold for these guns, it's gonna make it way harder. And again, as you said, Gene, ain't gonna stop crazy, but you can slow that motherfucker down a lot. And just like
you'd be happy Mike Myers ain't got Usain Bolt.
I subtracted assembly. I don't think the answer is giving motherfuckers armor piercing rounds.
I definitely agree with that.
Subtracting the assembly is much better. If we got to keep these guns on the board, subtracting the assembly is much better than adding armor piercing rounds. Let's keep this conversation in context because I'm not for any of this shit. Remember, I'm about mental health adjustments.
Mm-hmm. And you're against giving individuals making standard issue better lethal weapon, better lethal ammunition to hit motherfuckers who, if I just don't get the argument against them having armor piercing bullets. I don't see how that's going to add more damage to the situation or add problem to police officer. They already carry the bullets, so just give them better bullets to actually shoot motherfuckers that.
They surprise me every time. They'll show you why. I won't even be able to see why. They'll show you.
Hey, look, but you think you find more comfort in. Hey, look, we just gonna give them pieces of guns.
Huh?
You find more comfort in we just gonna give them pieces of guns. I think that's strange. But hey, look,
Reduction.
we just disagree, and that's fine.
Reduction. I'm all about reduction to subtract. Reduce. That's why it's called subtraction. Not adding some shit in that motherfucker. Oh, I get it. You trying to add a negative. Add some negative shit to it. You think it's going to add to some positive shit.
Nah, I'm just trying to mitigate the impact of the damage. That's all. That's all. That's all. Ayo, I ain't got nothing else though. You know other topics.
Yeah, I think we covered everything.
I am interested in to hear your devil's advocate because your ass be playing crazy. I just want to hear you devil's advocate your own argument one time, just to hear that you're sane. Because I think you know it's something that you know.
Hey, look. I don't see.
Know
I don't. It's hard for me to devil's advocate putting bulletproof doors in schools. I mean, what's wrong with making them bulletproof? You already got doors.
You just say impossible. Give it a try, motherfucker.
I can't. If
we just believe you me,
believe you me. I always devil's advocate my shit. I'm always arguing against shit that I'm thinking of my ideas. I'm only telling you the shit when I can't think of a downside for it. I can't think of a downside for that, fam. I don't know what to tell you.
I can. All right. So you think the schools that barely have fucking books should have bulletproof doors?
Oh, we definitely ain't going there with it.
Hey, look, fam. Hey, look, fam.
That's shit. That's dancing in the mud, nigga. Right there. Especially with this nigga. You finna argue finances, goddammit. We can't even argue practicality about this shit.
Hey, look. If your argument is finances, argue that shit after you explain to me $50 billion to Ukraine. Damn near unanimously. I mean, I'm just saying. What's the bill on putting these in the schools? And you tell me how close or over we go 50 billion.
If we decide where money should be spent, we can do this. There's no doubting that the government spends money horrifically. However, there's a million places that we can point out that money should be taken away from to be put into schools. Hey,
look, I'll do you one better real quick. We live in Chicago. Well, I live in Chicago. My son goes to CPS. You know, I'm familiar with CPS. During COVID, at the tail end of it, our mayor was given $2 billion to allocate to CPS schools for COVID related and expenses and shit, to do shits with. She spent I believe $1 million or so, maybe $100 million. I think it was about $100 million. I think she spent. Yeah, of the $2 billion. The rest of that shit just sitting there. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, so after you spend $100 million out of $2 billion, what you got left?
1.9
billion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just saying, they're just sitting there trying to figure out some shit to do with this money.
Again, on the list of priorities.
Hey, look.
Bulletproof doors, better books.
Hey, look. 1.9 billion. Get both.
Quick question.
What are we talking about here? What are we talking about?
Quick question. Fuck. Let's discuss the practicality of this whole issue in a broad scope, right? So, you think these things work in some regard, right? Where are they?
I think the bulletproof door works better than the regular door.
Where are they?
Where are the what? The bulletproof doors?
Yes.
Why are you asking me why they're not in?
No. They're in places. Where are they in?
I don't know. Banks. overly
No, man, I just read the
overly.
caption of that fucking shit, and it looked like he had it in place in schools. I didn't fucking even read the shit. I was gonna comment on that motherfucker, but I was busy.
He put. I think it's in some schools, but it's
Right, where?
it. I don't know where, motherfucker. Not the
Okay,
schools
why
that got
didn't you
shot
take
up.
further due diligence to figure out the practicality of shit, of to see how we can advance this conversation, like
Yeah,
involving us in
What I don't know what the question is
because
about the practicality of it.
because
I,
I
I,
asked that for this simple reason, right? Are they in private schools? Because there's not any budgetary issues there. And if they aren't in the private sector, me personally, I will wonder why.
and also let's move past this. Okay, yes, we agreed. Bulletproof doors stop bullets better than non-bulletproof doors. Like that can't be your only reason for agreeing, for feeling like this should be a necessary step when there are far more steps that should be taken before we get to bulletproof doors.
I just want to know if the
What are
rich
the
people,
what are the steps in between that we should be taking before we get to bulletproof doors?
Mental health counseling, better security, better schools in fucking
Wait,
general.
what is better security? What does that look like? I'm curious. I understand mental health issues and mental health counseling, and we're gonna keep going back and forth on that. But you said better security. That was interesting to me. What do you mean better security? What does that look like?
Means a motherfucker at the door saying, "Hey, there's somebody with a gun coming in." Like anything. Like yo, my nigga. Like, yes. God the fuck. All right, yes. Bulletproof doors are better than non-bulletproof doors at stopping shootings. We agree. But practically, there are far more things that are more important to a school system than
You said them.
bulletproof
You
doors.
said them. Putting the motherfucker at the front that can yell, "Hey, the bullets is coming! The bullets is coming!" I mean, all right, cool. So Paul Revere,
Better fucking schools.
I'm with you on that. Better schools is the thing we should be having. We should have better schools.
A better fucking school system.
Yes,
Like
we should have a better fucking school. You are hey look, man, yo.
like the money that you're thinking of delegating to this to bulletproof doors, it would be better suited in other places.
Right, like making the school better.
Yes.
Right. So just make the school better.
Now you're already talking. You're talking about a system that can't get that part fucking right.
Hmm. So why would I entrust them to make the school system better? I just want them to make the class. I want them to make the buildings safer. I'm trying to do some shit that's attainable, and I think we can make the buildings safer.
Hold on. So you think getting history books less than 15 years old ain't fucking sustainable? But a bulletproof door in every classroom of every fucking school is.
I think it's achievable. I think it's sustainable, and I also think they could do that and get history books that are more current than 15 years. First of all, second of all, hey, look, no history books. I haven't been to a school in recent history that all the students don't have access to a fucking Chromebook. And thing about Chromebooks, they kind of replace some big thick ass paper books, and we can just put information on that, and you can read off of this device that you so accustomed and acclimated to already because everything you do in this world happens on the screen. So again, fuck them books. Get a Chromebook that they already got. I think either a Chromebook or an iPad. Every CPS student has access to one in school. Hell, Gavin has one in school. He has one at home.
Yeah.
CPS student.
But also,
The last three schools I taught at, I don't teach at all of them, so I don't know about all of them. But the last three, and I teach at, I go to black schools. I stay around us, and I work around us. And all of those schools have a device for every single student. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. A lot of shit we be asking for will already be there, but we don't even know it's there, and we just keep asking for shit because I agree with you. Schools are so fucking mismanaged. They be unaware of the shit that they have in the building, sitting there. I can't. I've been in schools and went to fucking rooms. They had unused books, brand new in boxes, while kids are using tattered, fucked up ass books. But these just haven't been distributed yet because they have it. Means we ain't got around to it. And new editions just sit there. I'm saying there's a lot of fucking waste in the well, and it should be cleaned out. But again, in addressing the issue that we were initially talking about, which was the mass shootings and the school shootings in particular, in this particular part of the conversation, school shootings, and what we could do to address those and possibly to address them, period. And I don't have anything in my mind to stop school shootings, but I had an idea as how we could mitigate the impact of them or the damage from them by putting bulletproof doors in the room on the rooms. That way, when that shit happens, man, at least I got a chance. I can run to the room, close the door behind you, and he can't get in there. That's the only thinking behind that. Separating the innocent people from the motherfucker with the gun.
Now, let me ask you a serious question. How many pieces of corrugated steel do you think it'll take on the average school door to stop a bullet?
I don't know.
Think. I didn't say no. Think.
I don't know. Maybe it depends on the caliber of gun. Say a motherfucker's using the 45, you're gonna need probably 3 or 4 layers, maybe.
There you go.
Okay.
Much more convenient than a fucking bulletproof door.
Hey, look.
Who having much more than a 45? And they don't do that. So
Hey, look. Take the idea and implement it in a better way. Say corrugated steel. I'm not opposed to that. I don't give a fuck. I'm not married to the instance of the door being there. I'm just saying that.
Why haven't they done that? You don't think people much smarter than us thought about that?
No, I don't, because I don't think motherfuckers think about it. I think every time a motherfucker say thoughts and prayers, they're not thinking nor praying about that shit.
You know what I think happened? I think they have powwows just like we sitting right here. And the motherfuckers say, man, we can't afford corrugated steel like 8P. And then the other motherfuckers say, well, we got to do something, goddammit. Motherfucker be like, hey, fam, if we change up, they're going to change up. All we doing is holding it off for a few years until they figure out how to do it.
Hey, look.
And then all 3 of them agree, and then it's closed. They probably don't tell that shit to the public because the public don't want to hear it like Jacques. But I think that's what goes on in them back rooms. Like, hey, family, just go find another way. And then we just wasted $2.6 billion on doors.
Hey, look. Okay, well,
just
fine.
like we did
when they find another way, the metal detectors, they did their job. They stopped the guns from getting into the schools when you use them. But real quick, Candace, the producer, has put some shit in the chat. She said Charleston County School District in South Carolina has bulletproof doors, and New Jersey schools installed bulletproof doors. So they did it. I think it's more so a function of people demanding it, and we as a society have become so codified in just being in just situations just being what they are, and we just let other motherfuckers handle it. We just pass it along, and we just accept what the fuck happens. And we think we have the best and the brightest and the smartest in place to do shit, but we don't. We just got motherfuckers in place to do shit. They've been doing shit that don't really give a fuck about the shit that they're doing anyway. So who cares if we do it well or not?
I just feel like if the motherfuckers effective, St. Charleston, Middleton Prep would have them. Where a place where fiduciary responsibility isn't really a thing.
This is the thing though. They might. I don't go to the private schools, so I don't know. They very well may have all this shit in place that we talking about with armed security and shit. Like, yeah, we walk around the motherfucker, we good over here. Like, yeah, that shit ain't finna happen, Pop. Cause yeah, look at right here, yeah, got this motherfucker green. We hired some Green Berets, a couple motherfucking Navy SEALs. Like, they might be doing that shit. I don't fucking know. I'm not in private schools. I know they got better shit. That's what the word is. But I don't know. I don't be in motherfuckers. If they got better shit, they probably got better doors. And also, and also the doors serve a dual purpose. They also fire retardant. So if you having a fire, if there's a fire in the building, it stops you from going other places in the building. I mean, hey, look, I don't know if it's a problem to be solved. I'm not waiting on the act of Congress for the problem to be solved. And
I just don't think
I'm not waiting with bated breath.
I don't think it's in gun reform.
But when I'm proposing, it isn't even fucking gun reform. That wasn't even gun reform.
I was just using that as a catch-all term.
I know, but it don't apply in this situation for what I'm proposing. That's why I'm proposing it. I think it'll be easier. I think it's some shit that motherfuckers can agree to, and I think it'll save lives, even if for a while until these motherfuckers just figure out how to do it. Even if just for that. Cool.